in your wisdom and goodness, has appointed the office of leaders and county assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people. We beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor, glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our county and of those whose interest you have committed to our charge. Amen. Thank you very much. Before we proceed, let me request the legal to administer oath to the CC and CEO.
I, Dr. David Ngiligo Ekwam, do swear that the evidence I shall give before this committee is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
I, Dr. Chafet Cheriot, do swear that the evidence I shall give before this committee is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Thank you. Let me introduce the committee, beginning with the member from the left.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Gladys Chesangit, Special Elect, member to this committee.
Chairman and Waziri and CEO, I'm Rotich Moses, MCA representing Tendena Soget Ward, and a member to this committee. Welcome.
Chairman, my name is Honorable Rotich Rogon. I represent Sigawet and I'm the Vice Chair of this ad hoc committee.
Honorable Harold Rotich, MCA Secretary, member to this committee.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Kibet Peter, MCA Kapsuser Ward, member to this committee.
Anthony Ruto, MCA Gipkele Anwat, member.
Secretariat.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Musa Kibiakan, personal clerk.
My name is Kibet Peter, the legal officer.
I'm Sharon Mibe, Deputy Clerk in charge of Legislative Services.
Welcome, my name is Abraham Langat, Administrator.
I'm Timothy Liston, answered.
I'm Stephen Jeriat, head of budget.
I'm Bruce Mutai, the principal clerk.
I'm Rupen Girish, Sachinatan.
The CC and the team to introduce themselves.
Chair and honorable members, before you is a team from the Department of Health Services. My name is Dr. David Ekwam. I'm the CC member for Health Services. I'm accompanied by Dr. Cheruyot Jafet, who is the Chief Officer for Health Services, and also a team from the department. We have the Department of Health Services County Health Projects Management team. We have the team lead is Dr. Hari Mugun here. We also have Wesley. We have Gilbert and Joan. So this is the team that assists us in terms of health projects. Each officer covers 2 sub-counties, and their team leader is Dr. Hari Mugun. Thank you.
Thank you. We have one member who have just joined us. Kindly introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Gilbert. I teach Kemarus MCA Gishara Ward.
and members of the committee.
Thank you. Finally, I am Vincent Korir, and I'm the chair of this committee, and also I represent the great people of Rondiani Ward. Before we proceed, I would like to read for you the terms of references of this committee so that you can be able to understand what we are undertaking as a committee. The purpose of this committee is to conduct and ascertain the pending bills for financial year 2022-2023, 2023-2024, 2024-2025 from all the county departments, including the Department of Health. We also want to ascertain all the requisitions for the last 3 financial years versus the expenditure. We also want to verify all the procurement works undertaken in the 3 financial years, the last 3 financial years, the procurement works that was undertaken. We also want to determine what was paid in terms of works, goods, and services, including consultant services, by obtaining IFMI statements. So we would also like to look at the IFMI statements for the works that have been undertaken in the last 3 financial years. We also need valid documents used to settle debts by the county government of Kericho. We also want to deduce the pending bills that have already been settled and provide proof of settlement per department per financial year. We want to establish the outstanding pending bills and budgetary allocations for the said outstanding pending bills per department per financial year. We want to establish the effect of settlement of pending bills on proposed new projects and approved projects in all county government of Kericho planning documents. We want to find out the causes of pending bills in each department and propose mechanisms that ensures that practices that occasion pending bills are minimized. This is not limited to disciplinary processes for state officers and public servants responsible for pledging the county into the pending bill cycle. We will also propose a clear roadmap, including county legislations on how to tame the menace of pending bills in the county government of Kericho. This report will be reported within 30 days after the motion was passed, which is almost 1 week ago. As we proceed, I hope you have understood what our terms and reference is. The key thing is the issue of pending bills, because every budget year there's a report of having pending bills, but now there's a law that pending bills should be the first charge in every budget year. So Waziri, CEC, and the CEO, I would like to know the status, the current status of the pending bills in your department, so that we can understand the genesis of pending bills. Give us breakdown of pending bills that you have, what you have paid as pending bills. Kindly break down what you have done in your department for development and for recurrent. But maybe you can start even to clarify more on development, then you can go to recurrent.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and members. For the Department of Health Services, for the period 2022-2023, actually, when we received the invitation to this ad hoc committee, we prepared responses to the questions that were posed to the department. And we have submitted a list of all the pending bills in the Department of Health Services for the 3 referenced financial years. And when we, for the 2022-2023 financial year, do I need to go through the entire list? Yeah, so we have a summary, yes. Yes, we have a list of pending bills for the year 2022-2023, but I would like to confirm to this committee that the bills have since been paid for the year 2022-2023, under development as well as under recurrent. For the financial year 2023-2024, we also have an itemized list stating the works that were to be undertaken, the wards, the contractor, the value of the contract, as well as completion, whether they are complete or not. But actually, I want to confirm that the works for the year 2023-2024 are also complete and have actually been paid. So as we speak, we do not have pending bills for the 2022-2023, for 2023-2024. We also do not have a pending bills except only one recurrent bill for the standard newspapers amounting to 568,000, which could not be paid initially due to challenges with documentation. And I would like to confirm to this committee that as we speak, the documents have been provided, and in the next 1 to 2 weeks, the payment for this specific procurement will be paid.
Is it, Waziri, through the chair, is that what you have mentioned about the newspapers? Is it appearing in one of these, and is it annexed anywhere within this?
Thank you.
And also, secondly, you have concentrated on efforts of the standard developments, and in the health department, there are issues of supplies that are also falling and also categorized under development, the pharmaceuticals and also the non-pharmaceuticals, because you can develop an health center without those supplies. It is ceased being a health unit. Yes.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa. The one for standard newspaper, unfortunately, it was an oversight on our part. We shall provide the details. It's 568,000, and it has been fully processed, awaiting payment in the next 1 to 2 weeks. As for pharmaceuticals, non-pharmaceuticals, and other medical supplies, they fall under recurrent budget. And as we speak, we do not have any pending bill under that particular category. For 2023-2024, again, we have fully paid for all our.
Before you go to 2023-2024, there is this for 2022-2023. Number 46 and 47. Proposed electrification of facilities in Bureti, Sigawit, Belgut sub-counties. Proposed electrification, that is 47, of facilities in Ainamoy, Kipkelion, and East and Kipkelion West. The first one is amounting to 3.8 550. The other one is 3.289,749. Can you elaborate further? Because when you talk of sub-county, is it the sub-county hospital, or what do you mean? Is it some facilities that is it dispensaries? Because when you talk of only sub-counties, it is good also to know the side of electrification you did. Secondly, I'm trying to peruse through 2022-2023. There are some works which was done in the Kapsuset dispensary, and it's not the facility is not featuring anywhere. So I don't understand why. And it was in 2022.
Number 40.
2023. You got it only one for Kakiptoi. dispensary. Thank you.
Honorable Rowan, yes.
Chairman, so that he can
Honorable Anthony,
answer
yes.
them all. I have a concern as far as number 6 is concerned. A word dispensary. I wish you could also shed some light on the same, the project stall. And it was also terminated. What occasioned the termination of the same? Thank you.
Honorable Rowan.
Okay, Chairman, I want to make a suggestion, so that we are not here representing our wards. We are here to look into the pending bills of all the facilities in this county from the Department of Health. Chairman, my proposal is, I want Honorable Kwam and Dr. Cheruiyot and the team here, you make a presentation of what you have, it will come back to us. We will then ask some of those questions and what we have, because we will not make progress. If we interject you instead of making presentation, then we'll be here for 3 hours and we would have we would wind within the next 1 hour. That's my proposal, Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Gilbert. Then I can make a ruling on the proposal.
2023 pending bills and the works done. I'm saying this number 6 was terminated. And it is actually the status reads stalled. Now, what did become actually the fate of this particular project? Because the intention first was actually to do, and then when it was terminated, what happened in that year, 2022-2023?
Thank you. Let me make a ruling on what Honorable Rowan has proposed. For us to be orderly and to get clear information, let's be orderly members so that we can get a presentation from the CEC. Once the presentation is finalized, I will give a chance to every member to ask a question. You will not. Then I will propose let us not interject before full answers are given, so that later on, later session, we can engage on maybe pending issues or maybe further information. Thank you. So, CC, I can give you a chance. Kindly do presentation on the pending bills, and if there is any other issue that maybe has been presented to you by members now, kindly answer. Then we can proceed to have questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair and honorable members, for your guidance. As I had earlier said, for the financial year 2022-2023, we cleared all the pending bills. 2023-2024, we also paid all the pending bills for that financial year. And for 2024-2025, they actually do not qualify to be called pending bills because it is the current financial year that we are in, and we have about close to 2.5 weeks to the end of the financial year. In this particular financial year, we have a few projects that are complete. Some have actually been paid for this financial year, and others are almost nearing completion. So for some that are also complete, we have paid some, and for some we have processed. We have done processing of the payments, and we anticipate to be able to pay in the next 2 weeks. For the others, we have indicated in the schedule that we have shared the status of the various projects, ranging from 10% all the way up to 90% for some projects. I would like to assure this committee that for the works that are ongoing and that are at various stages of completion, we intend to make payments as soon as the invoices are submitted and the works have been certified as complete. Looking at the ones that are at about 70-80%, we hope that in the next 2 weeks they would be complete, and then we do the processing of the payments. But for the others that are at lower percentages of completion, at 10%, 20%, we do not think in the next 2 weeks they may be able to complete. And therefore, we think they are likely to form part of the pending bills for this financial year as we move to July 2025. So we expect in the next financial year we will be able to present a pending bills that will form, as guided by Chair, the first charge to the next budget. As I had also said earlier on, we would like to apologize for not capturing a recurrent pending bill for standard newspapers amounting to 568,000 for the last financial year, which we had challenges with documentation, and I would like to confirm that as we speak, the documents have since been provided and that the payment has been fully processed, and we hope to be able to make payments before the close of this financial year. Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe before we proceed, you said the first document is 2023-2024. I hope you have fully verified that those are the benefits that you have submitted to us. Did you, is it the same document or there are two different documents? I think maybe the Secretariat, you have, did you attach two sets of documents in the same file, or maybe it's on my file? Because I was seeing some repetitions. I was seeing some repetitions in another document where there is proposed renovation of OPD, Caps House by Jakimo Holdings. Value is 1.6 million. Paid, complete. And there is another one with the same, Caps House, number 4. Proposed renovation of OPD, staff, fencing, Caps House, Jakimo, 1.6 million. The other one is numbered 3, the other one is numbered 4. Is it the same? I have two sets of documents, same financial year but different numbering. Can you clarify to us? Yes? 2023, 2024, and both are listed 2023, 2024. There is another one which has number 3, is proposed construction of renovation of OPD staff fencing Puchenge by Jakimo Holdings. And is that is number 4 in another document, which is asked almost the same financial year. Can you clarify for us?
Okay, thank you very much, Chair. The first document is list of pending bills. The second document is a list of all the projects for that financial year.
Okay, so you listed the pending bills for that financial year, and then they paid, and then you paid.
Yes. So as you speak in the health department, yes, we do not have any pending bill that has not been paid as of now. We have paid all our pending bills. So there is no pending bill that is still pending, because the requirement in the law is that the pending bills are fast charged, and we followed the law to the latter by doing paying all the pending bills for last financial year. So as you speak, we don't have any pending bills in the development fund.
So maybe what you need to clarify to us is the two documents almost look the same, because it is stating that it's paid and all are saying paid, but they are appearing, some of its numbering, I don't know.
Yeah.
But kindly clarify to us so that we proceed. Do you have a question, honorable members? Honorable Adam?
Maybe you should, maybe Waziri and the CEO, I want you to define the meaning, because like CEO has said, you don't have any pending bills. I would want to know exactly what is the meaning of pending bills, and pending commitments, and maybe undocumented. If you have the same, and maybe you say as it is, then you, like for example, commitments. How much have you committed, and probably awaiting payments also?
Thank you. The confusion is arising from when you look at the first document we have submitted, we have listed the pending bills for the financial year, like 2022-2023. The next long document is all the projects that were tendered that financial year, including the pending bills. But I would like to assure this ad hoc committee that the pending bills for that specific financial year have since been paid. So this first short document of 4 projects were pending bills for 2022-2023. The long list of 89 projects are all the projects that were tendered that financial year, including the status. Some were actually terminated, and some were actually completed and paid in full. The next document has, from number 1 for 2023-2024, has a list of number 1 to 78. Yes, that refers to all the projects for that financial year, 23-24.
Okay.
And number 1 to 38 were the pending bills for that financial year, and they have also been paid. Then the final year, which is now 24-25, which is this financial year, these are health development projects, number 1 to number 77. And we have included the status for the ones that are complete, because we have a few projects done this financial year, complete and have been paid. And a few that are complete and processing for payment has commenced. So we believe in the next 2.5 weeks, we should be able to pay the projects that are complete, and in the next 2.5 months. Others range from, because it's the current financial year, we have some projects that have actually not started, despite the fact that the documents have been submitted, the contractor has been taken to site. So we have from 0% up to 90%. The ones that are at 90%, we hope they will be able to complete in the next few weeks and to be able to process for payment. But most of the others that are at various levels of completion would have to form part of the pending bills for the next for this financial year, which we intend to make to commit that they will form the first charge to the next year's financial to the next year's budget. Thank you.
So it means you will have pending commitments?
Yes, sir.
Now, for the projects that exist now, have you given all the documentation as required, including LSOs?
I would like to confirm that we've done that.
So every company that maybe has made a bid has an LSO?
Yes, sir.
Or there are companies that maybe have an award, but they don't have LSOs?
They have award letters.
What about LSOs?
Okay, thank you very much. It is our tradition as a department that we can only process for an LSO when the works are 50% and above. Because sometimes when you give somebody LSO, like the one with 0%, they have not started work, they hold the money and deny somebody else who has completed the work. So we usually process the documents up to award letter. Then the LSO, we assess the progress of the work and do an LSO for somebody who has done at least 50% of the work. Yeah.
Chairman, thank you. Yes, Honorable Moses.
Is what is Dr. Chief Officer Health telling us part of the standard procedures, part of the procurement standard procedures? What does the procurement standard procedures say? Is it 50%? Is it cutting across all the other departments, or it is an SOP designed only in the Department of Health?
very much, Honorable Moses. Through the chair, this is only as SOP for Health Department. You are aware, Chair, that there are contractors who are awarded works and they do not finish by end of financial year. So they form ongoing works across the financial years. So with that in mind, it is totally it's impossible to give everybody LSO because when the work progresses to the next financial year, it will have to eat up the budget for the next financial year. So the pending commitments are usually processed in the following financial year and form part of the pending bills. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe Waziri and the CEO, there are contractors that when the contractors appeared before this committee, some of the contractors were claiming that they've already exhausted working or delivering on as per the BQ. And already when they came to your office, they were told that LSO could not be generated because your funds have been depleted. What could be the problem? Could there be, I thought you still have a running budget. Maybe you can confirm there is still money or no for this financial year.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Aaron.
Yeah.
I'm aware there are contractors who submitted their works spending bills to the Assembly, but as a department we have since went to check the status of those works, and I can report that, like for example, there is a contractor who submitted that they are part of the pending bills who are doing an isolation unit in Kapkatet. I have taken upon myself to visit that project, and I only found a hardcore at the site. He has not even commenced the works. So we can place at around 10%. Yet he submitted to the Assembly that they are part of the pending bills. A second contractor, who is doing a Caproret dispensary in Kisiara Ward, I have inspected the works. We did the inspection recently, and the work is at 70%. So they cannot be paid when they are 70%, they have not completed the work. Another work is Ira dispensary in Kablel Artet. Now that one has just completed. We are planning to do inspection, I think, tomorrow, and we process for him the payment. Now, the last one is for Tenan wards. It is a 0%. He has not even reported the site since the handing over. So those ones I want to confirm categorically that those ones are not pending bills according to the definition of pending bills. Thank you.
Chairman, can I inquire the Chiljila, what's the name of the contractor, the Chiljila?
Yes, we have a contractor who was doing some works in Chinchilla Ward. He was doing some for Tenan Hospital. He has, after handing over, he has not commenced the works.
But the name is Sealand?
Yes, yes.
But the status says it's fully documented. Why are you not following the law you said? That if anybody is above 50% in the work done, is supposed to be given the full documentation. Because here, they have come here, they came with their details also. They are giving us the status to be fully documented. And you are telling us he has done nothing there.
Yes, he has a award letter. He has handing over the site.
What of the LSO?
The LSO, as I stated earlier, we don't give LSO until the works are 50%.
But in the status, they have actually shown us that they have full documentation.
They have up to award letter, but have not commenced the work.
So they didn't get the real definition of full documentation?
Yes, maybe, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, just like the pending bills also. But some of them do not know what a pending bill is.
Now let me ask CEO, when you talk of LSO, is it a document that is given as per the level of work, or it is a timeline? For example, 7 days, 14 days in procurement. And again, if you want to call it a pending commitment, Because LSO, I believe, maps the resources. If you call it pending commitment, how will you call it pending commitment if you don't have an LSO? And why is it difficult to generate an LSO and someone can continue with work and having the LSO being assured that once they finish the work, there is money to be paid?
And also additionally, Chairman, in such an instant where there is no LSO, and along the way you decide as a department to cancel or to terminate the contract, what happens to the scheduled money for that project in that ward?
Okay, thank you very much to the chair. Let me start with the second question. When we terminate a contract, we usually call the engineer to assess the level of the works. If the contractor have done 50%, the engineer will generate a completion of 50%, and we use the quantity surveyor to quantify the works, and then we generate the LSO for that percentage and pay. That's why as FOBs for the department, we don't generate an LSO at the beginning, because we assess the progress of the works. Because some contractors can be have to have and say, write a letter to say, I'm no longer willing to continue. Then we assess the works by the engineer, and then we generate LSO up to where they have reached. That is why we usually generate an LSO, full LSO, when we are at least 50%, so that we are sure you are going to do the work, so that we don't hold money for another contractor who has completed, yet you have not even started. Yeah, it is legal to what do we do? I don't know the term you used, to actually cancel an LSO. It may not be a good practice. It's better we wait up to 50%, then we generate a full LSO if we are sure that you are going to do the work. Otherwise, you are going to hold the money and yet deny somebody else who has done the work to be paid.
Chairman, there is a theater at Ainamoi. Maybe CEO and CEC can tell us what is happening at Ainamoi theater. Whether there are documentation, whether the work has been paid, whether the project is complete. What is the status of that project?
Thank you very much.
Whether it is appearing in your pending bills that you have told us that there is no pending bill in the department. When was the project commenced?
Thank you very much to the chair, Honorable Moses. I want to confirm that theater in Ainamoi is a project for our department, but is domiciled in finance under strategic intervention. So I want to request you to seek clarification from the Chief Officer of Finance, because it is not under our department. Thank you.
Chairman,
Honorable Gilbert.
I was saying I think I've seen some work number what in Lorette, which is rated 10%, and Cabrorate 70%. I think if there is a department in which they are really giving us the real percentage, is this department. And I must congratulate you, because these projects are done in areas where we come from. Like in Lorette, I'm normally there. I know that percentage is very true. Which this 10%, I'm sure now it does not qualify to earn any LSO, because it is not yet 50%. The 70% done in Cabrorate, I think that one has taken the LSO, if that's the rule, which of course it is the real percentage. And Chairman, going by the looks, I think this department is doing a wonderful job. And we must give them credit where they deserve. And tulikuwa tukisema tu mgema akisifiwa, msiongeze maji. Thank you.
Honorable Aaron.
Thank you, Chairman. Maybe to inquire Waziri and the CEO, there is, in this county, you could be, some small contractors could be trying to find their ends meet. So at times they come to you, and probably they are beneficiaries of the contract, probably to say a toilet, for example, and probably you give them an award. And since they are struggling, probably they want to seek for more, probably something maybe to start the project, and probably they have that challenge. In an instance, for someone like that, and you've said LSOs are going to be given for someone who's completed. In case now this contractor wants to seek maybe some small finance to finance the same project, you know, it will be now very difficult for someone who's trying to start working, because you see these are struggling small contractors could be looking for LSO so as to finance the project. So how is it not possible that you can also assist this small contractor, like one who wants to start a toilet, for example, a toilet of about 900,000, he doesn't have anything. So which assistance are you going to give? Now that you've given him an award and you have not given him an LSO to secure the finance to construct the same. Would you be doing justice to that small struggling contractor? How is you are thinking about that? How do you think about the small contractors?
Thank you very much,
yes.
Honorable Haron. I want to say something about those who are struggling. As a department, you are aware, and we sympathize with those who are struggling. And whenever they make requests to that effect, we have always given them an LSO. Yes, whenever, those are special cases. When a contractor requests to get an LSO for purpose of securing a loan, we have always assisted them. Yeah, thank you. Yes.
Thank you. This is anything,
yes, this is particularly for the youth, the women, and the PWD mainly, but also other struggling contractors, particularly if it's their first contract. We consider that. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have any question, Honorable? Yes.
I think there are some questions.
There are some questions. Kindly, if you have any unanswered question, kindly answer. On electrification was of sub-county facilities. Who asked the question? Honorable Diplo.
Yeah, there was a question on a watt dispensary. We have captured it at in the last document for 2024-2025, number 66. The last document. Proposed construction of a gate and a 2-door pit latrine at a watt dispensary, which we had initially terminated. So I would like to report that the project was awarded afresh in this financial year, and it's at 90% completion. And immediately they complete, we should be able to make payment. It's at 90% now.
No. I think they haven't answered any question.
I think they have not.
Can you reframe your question, Honorable?
I wanted an explanation as per the 2022-2023, number 46 and 47. And also on the same note, there was two projects which was done in Kapsusa that I'm seeing only one indicated here.
So this is an error.
So I don't know the other one.
Yeah, for number 46 and 47 on electrification of facilities, we have a list of the facilities that we had identified. What happened in the last government, we had identified facilities across the county that did not have electricity. And we were able now in the subsequent years to provide a budget, but it's not adequate to do all the projects in one financial year. So we were able to identify a number of facilities across the sub-counties that were to be assisted to have electricity, because we know that with electricity in a facility, other services automatically come up, laboratory services. There are some essential drugs that we need to keep under refrigeration, as anti-snake venom. Vaccines also require fridges. So we were able to identify some of those facilities, and we can provide a list of the facilities that had been identified to enter into phase 1 of electrification. In this particular document, it's unfortunate we had indicated that it's complete and paid. This is actually not complete and paid. The contractor is still on site, still ongoing. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Banton.
That is a
Honorable
project from 2022 to 20 up to date.
Okay, thank you very
You
much.
say it is complete and paid. That is why it could have been accompanied by the name of the facilities and even the allocations that was put in each and every facility to clarify this amount you have indicated here. Because when you say it is 3.8 million and it is 100% complete, and you are confessing also that these are the projects we have not they are not complete, and you have said you are paid. So can you please justify?
Thank you. Thank you. I would like to apologize for that because we have our officers who actually handle projects. He's just made a clarification that we had phase 1 and phase 2. So phase 1 is complete, but phase 2 is not yet complete. So for phase 1, it's complete as per the contract sum indicated, and payments have been done. So we are waiting for phase 2 in order to complete the process of electrification. Thank you.
Chairman, through the chair.
Honorable Philip, yes.
Yeah, so I just, much as we are commending the good work that is being done by the Department of Health, I want to say, to have a highlight a case within my ward, that is Kiptimtim ward, of a case that I highlighted a contractor which I can say he didn't have the capacity to handle the works. And I hope CEO knows the phase 2 of Kimes 1 dispensary that I was building a maternity wing. The response from the department when I raised the red flag that the contractor is tracking feet, probably with the lack of capacity, you were slow to act. And finally, you know, I lost the allocation that I had allocated to that facility. What will you do to compensate me in such a scenario?
Okay, thank you very much, Mheshimiwa, through the chair. We are aware of several projects where we allocate a contractor, award a contractor. They hand over the site, but they fail to do the work. There is a process as per the Procurement Act on how to terminate. We follow the due process by issuing a show cause letter, and then we call the project manager from Public Works, and once we finalize the process of termination, we usually award, like the case of Ewat. We know we terminated and awarded in the next financial year. So I want to assure you for Kimes 1, it will be the same process, but eventually we shall award another contractor to do the work. Thank you.
Chairman.
Yes, Honorable Anthony.
Thank you. I don't know if this one is an oversight. There is an ongoing phase 2 construction of X-ray project at Kilian Sub-County Hospital under financial year 24-25. It is not captured here.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. We have confirmed number 19 in the list. 19. It is captured. We are at 80%. Yes, it is there, number 19.
19.
It's at 80%, yeah. Yes. So it's almost being completed.
What about for 2022-2023? Absolutely. I've not answered that one.
Mheshimiwa, I refer you to number 40. It is captured. Yes.
1.9, that's almost 2 million.
In the list.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Chairman, the only thing that I noted, which I only want to raise on, in fact, Cheruiyot and your team, congratulations. This is where we don't have serious issues. But this is my request. You know, we have what we call a schedule. And I can even invite you to, like Tendeno Soviet Moses ward. He allocated in his schedule 5 point something million. And you 5.4. And you did 5.4 worth of projects. But then, if you go through the schedule, we have a ward like Ainamoi. Cheruiyot Bet had 3.7 million worth of projects. But you ended up doing 8.1 worth of works. I'm excluding Ainamoi Sub-County Hospital, but in the dispensaries, where I come from. Now, I've also seen Vincent's ward. He did, in fact, in Vincent's ward, there was an over expenditure of around 300,000. It's understood. I once came to Cheruiyot and I told you mine is short by 200,000. You sorted for me using the savings. But then we do not expect a whole 4 million going to a ward. I mean, we're getting one another. What I'm simply saying, if you are going to support a particular ward, maybe a dispensary in Kisiara, in the next financial year, consider also doing it for me. I'm also happy because in my location, mine had even put up to 4 point something million, and 4 point something worth of works were done. My request is, Soliat also had an over expenditure of close to 6 million. And we've excluded, there is this big facility along the roadside, Kaitui, because that is what the department can do. But now, when it comes to my ward, I only depend on the schedule. I want to remove Sub-County Hospital. So this is a very good department. We don't have issues. But then, I want you to, kama kuna wale waheshimiwa wanakuja huko kwenu, wanakuambia Cheruiyot niweke hapa. I mean, then you should also consider some of us, because at the end of the day, we want that fairness. You know, so I was only concerned because there are some wards, hawakuweka pesa. Kama Watchman, aliweka 2.6 na akajenga moja. What 2.6? So unaona, there is a member who will remove money from health, and you still go to his or her ward and do works where hana pesa. So at that point in time, you've discriminated against some of us. So I think you keep it up. We'll still go through the next financial. I mean, everything is in order in your department. Even in my ward, I can confirm, Gilbert can tell you, the works in the dispensary that I proposed is 100% complete. I want to believe Gilbert is about to be paid. Thank you. I mean, not Gilbert, but whoever was doing that work in my ward, because it is complete. Mimi nimeenda ilikuwa kazi mzuri.
Thank you, Honorable Anthony, and I want us to stick to 1 minute so that we are about to end up. And then Honorable Gilbert, then Honorable Aaron, then Honorable Moses, then we wind up.
Thank you, Chairman. Mine is a general observation. I want to commend the department for the good work that we are witnessing. In fact, this one is an exceptional department where issues of pending bills, if there is any pending bill, is minimal. In fact, I was observing how you were answering in the questions that were posed to you. In fact, you had all the information, meaning that you really know what you are doing. So I want to commend you for that. Thank you so much.
But
okay, a quick concern also is actually that balancing in which Honorable Rogonya said that could be you've exceeded the allocation made by a particular honorable member, Cheruiyot, CEO and the CEC. You will have to really check on those who didn't manage to get, for the purpose of this honorable house to be seen, we are all one. I think that is, having done good work, that can be balancing thing, in which of course I don't think you will be defeated. And another thing is pertaining the new CEC. The new CEC, you've really come to the department so well, as if you've been here for the 3 years. When you're answering us, you really know what's happening in that department. This is the department in which we expect you to furnish now, going forward, because we are heading to election year and period. Health also, when it is furnished, it will likely make us to be back here, or to even be seen good if you fail to be back in a department. There are departments in which you've seen where they are really letting us down. And we have also decided that we will deal with them as expected by the law. In the side of employment, I must also say thank you, though there are some reservations here. This time around in my ward, it is seemingly balanced. There are times whereby whenever an honorable member is not considered in this employment thing, though you are not the decision makers, it will end up being in one location, employing 5 people in a location. Other locations will now raise an alarm. And all that will be seen as if it is a planning from an MCA, of which you know we are not even also planning. But for my case in Kishara Ward, I want to be also impressed to say thank you for the balancing.
Honorable Moses. Thank you so much, Chairman. Mine is to say the Department of Health, we are so much proud to be associated with you. Nobody would want to be associated with a failing department. So on my side, congratulations, continue with the same spirit. I want just to add on one comment to make as far as projects are concerned. Many a times CEC, they are the projects on the line items, so that Honorable Borogon, for example, his Kagip Toy dispensary, maybe if he's in his ward or not, is appearing on the line item. And you have done a project worth some amount. And again, when we are sharing the money to be put in the schedule, you'll see you'll have benefited twice. So I think going into the future, we need also to have a balanced cake within the entire county for purposes of the sub-county hospitals. In fact, I would personally encourage you to have separate line item for every sub-county per the needs of that sub-county and at the budgetary level, because at the end of the day, all of us, for example, in Londiani sub-county hospital, it is serving the almost 5 wards of Kipkelion West. Kipkelion is within the catchment of Londiani sub-county. So consider the needs of the sub-county hospital separately, consider the needs of the health centers separately. Lastly, Cheruiyot, you'll realize that there are facilities that we indeed have a plan to upgrade to a level of health centers. And with the department and with the honorable members, we had agreed that no more construction of dispensaries. It is better we do something better so that at the end of the day, we upgrade to offer quality service. Lastly, there are facilities that were constructed in the last regime that until today, we understand that it is not operational. I think if there is something that can be done so that those new facilities can be operationalized, it will be a perfect picture and a perfect universal manifesto for our county and for His Excellency the Governor. I thank you, Chairman.
Honorable Kemai, the last one.
Thank you, Chair. A pending bill is a pending bill. You have provided the list of pending bills in terms of works. But you have also a budget in the side of recurrent. So maybe you'll give us the status, though you didn't provide in documents, but all of them are pending bills. So maybe you will give us the information. Lastly, is to appreciate on behalf of people from Kakiptui. There is a statement that I raised concerning a toilet which collapsed. You take initiative. You did a very good work, and I must appreciate for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Baron.
Chairman, I also want to join hands with my colleagues in thanking the CC and the CEO for they are doing a wonderful job in the department. Chairman, like the honorable member from Kapsusir just requested, probably we can also get a look of recurrent. I think chairman should be very prudent so that at least when we are making our own report, we are also aware also of the other part of the recurrent. Lastly, Chairman, there is an issue about the MOC Waziri, which I want more clarification. The structure that was constructed there some 2-3 years ago, I don't know the status of the MOC because you see it's been lying. The other day I happened to have brought someone before the closure of the mortuary here in town. And really, something ought to be done. Because you see, it cannot be hanging like the way it is. Yet some substantial money was allocated some few years ago. And bridges ought to have been installed and ought to be working. So probably what is the way forward, or how is the progress pertaining the same project? Thank you, Chairman.
Lastly, Honorable Burgon, so that you can wind up.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you. This is a question in relation to the control of budget report, quarter 3. Dr. Cheruiyot, your department, you know, Kericho County is quoted to be operating 51 commercial bank accounts. It is contrary to Section 82, 1B of the PFM Act, Regulations 2015. Now, Health has 14 commercial bank accounts. I want you to tell this committee what happens. Is it not possible for you to have one? Then, number 2 is, I know FIF, you are allowed to spend at source because of the act that is in place. Here, the facility that has not spent much is Roret Sub-County Hospital. The budget is 32 million. In quarter 3, they have spent only 12 million. That is 39% absorption rate. Kericho Referral Hospital is leading. But then, if you go to Kericho Referral Hospital, at times there are no essential drugs. In fact, sometimes people will even take a photo of that thing that they are given to go and buy drugs. Siga Sub-County is at 73%, 60-something million. They have spent 44 in 9 months. Kapkatet, our Kapkatet is the one leading, 93. But then our referral hospital, it is not even captured here. Oh, it's up there, 311 million. They have spent 219, that is 70% absorption rate. Dr. Cheruiyot, can you tell us where are they putting this money? Because many times people complain that there are no drugs. I know a facility like Sigawet sometimes can support some dispensaries when KEMSA has not delivered the drugs to those dispensaries. But then the sub-county hospitals, sometimes they run out of drugs, but they are spending a lot of money, what they collect.
Yes, Waziri.
Yeah, thank you, Shemira, for those questions. To begin with, we have the issue of furnishing of the facilities. We have built quite a number of dispensaries. We've established new services in hospitals as well as in health centers. This assembly has been gracious enough to allocate us resources every year to ensure that we equip these facilities. I want to confirm that actually we have been procuring commodities for the various facilities, hospitals as well as level 2 and level 3 facilities. We have equipment for the new facilities. All the 18 new facilities that we have constructed, we already have the equipment in our main store. We could not take the equipment to the facilities because we had no staff. With the recent recruitment that was concluded last week, we have given out letters of appointment letters on, I think, Monday and Tuesday. So the staff are reporting, and immediately some of the facilities have actually started operating. A case in point is a facility that we had closed some times back called Kericho Forest. We closed it for close to almost a year, but we had been sending an officer to be going there on a weekly basis to just see a few patients. I can confirm that all the new facilities are going to be fully operational in the coming few days. We have 127 new staff. We have done a posting order. They are going to report. The equipment will be picked from our main store. And there is really no danger in picking this equipment from the main store because the contractor doing the asbestos work has completed removing the asbestos. So we expect this weekend the contractor will now begin roofing. So it's not a very unsafe environment to be able to pick commodities, both drugs and pharmaceuticals, as well as equipment from our main store. So in terms of employment, this is a function of the County Public Service Board. And for what we requested as a department, we participated only in one area in forwarding the list of our requests for the various staff. We participated in shortlisting, mainly to look at the key documents that are required. And we also participated in interviews to ask technical questions. Once we concluded the assignment of interviewing, that was the end of our involvement in the entire process. The only thing I pleaded with the board was to ensure regional balance within the county, to ensure that all the wards are represented, to ensure gender balance, and I can confirm 56% are females, 44% are males. 3 persons living with disability were also included. This was an intentional recruitment. We ensured that everyone who had this disability was actually invited for interview as long as they met the basic requirements. And we made a conscious plea to the board to actually consider persons with disability. So other than that, we actually do not have any other, we did not participate in picking the final candidates as a department because it's not our function. I have noted the request by honorable members on sticking to the schedule as provided by this house. We undertake to ensure that we continue. We have been doing it. There may have been some challenges here and there, but what we've tried to do is whenever there's a saving from a particular project, we are able to top up another project within the county for the same. But your point has been noted. On upgrade of facilities, we support it fully because we have a number of facilities, dispensaries particularly, that are actually operating at the level of health center, although they have not been upgraded. We undertake to work with you. With the budgetary support that we are getting, we shall ensure that we upgrade these facilities in order to give more services to our people. On pending bills, I've noted the request to provide the list of projects that were procured and are recurrent. we shall be able to provide this by tomorrow. On spending at source, this is actually an illegality. There is no facility that actually spends at source. It's an illegality. What we have done is, with the passage of the Health Act, I think it was 2023. 2023. So with the passage of the Health Act in 2023, funds collected by facilities under the so-called Facility Improvement Fund were actually ring-fenced to the department, such that actually not even to the department, to the facility. So the facility that collects the resources collects it in one account. There's a collection account. So every facility is expected to have at least two accounts, a collecting account and an expenditure account. And there is no single facility that spends without getting an authority to incur expenditure from the accounting officer of the department, who is the chief officer, in this case, Dr. Cheruiyot here. So no single facility spends without getting an AIE. In the process of preparing for the AIE, the Department of Finance, who are in charge of all the revenues in the county, actually participates in the process of generating the AIE. So we are well guided. We do not entertain any officer who would wish to flout the rules. As for availability of essential commodities, I would like to confirm that it is our desire to ensure that every facility has all the required commodities in order to be able to serve our people. We have the so-called essential commodities package, which we have endeavored to provide through the budget that we get. Recently, I was able to discuss with His Excellency the Governor, and we were directed that these facilities, with the introduction of SHA from October last year, the facilities are getting a lot of money. It is not what they used to get before under NHIF. So with the additional revenues that we are getting, our target for last financial year was 600 million. 3 weeks ago, we had hit 800 million. So really, this money has to be used, needs to be plowed back to ensure services are improved. We cannot continue with business as usual. That is why we were directed by His Excellency the Governor to actually look at the budgets of dispensaries very, very keenly and direct them to ensure that about 50%, 40 to 50% of whatever they collect should be used to procure drugs and other supplies, so that what we are providing as a department to dispensaries and health center is just something small. The shortages we've been experiencing is because whatever we've been providing is not adequate. The budget that we have as a department is still inadequate in terms of funds for drugs, non-pharmaceuticals, and lab supplies. So we have made a conscious effort, and we have given guidelines. The CEO has written to sub-county MOHs, to procurement officers, to accountants in the department, to support level 2 and level 3, to ensure they are well guided in terms of procuring additional commodities to ensure that our facilities do not experience this challenge. And I believe in the next financial year, we will do even better with the digitization of our facilities, including claims. We had noticed there were challenges a little bit, particularly making claims. That has been a weakness. And with the visits I've been doing around the county facilities, we have actually impressed upon them to ensure all patients who come to our facilities are registered with SHA, and we actually make claims immediately. So next year, I think we will be able to probably even hit $1 billion from health services. On the status of the morgue, I would wish the mortuary at the county referral hospital, I would wish my CEO to be able to respond to that, as well as on the other issue on the report of the control of budget. Thank you.
Thank you very much, honorable members. Now, thank you very much, Waziri, for such an elaborate answer. Now, I only want to comment on the issue of the MOC. Yes, we have been building a MOC for almost 4 financial years now. And our problem has been with the contractor who was slow. And we have actually been writing letters to the contractor. But I want to confirm that we are now 90%. The contractor is finishing up. And yesterday I received a letter from the contractor to go and do final inspection of the project. So I think what we should be concentrating now is how we are going to equip it in the next financial year so that we open it in the next financial year. So I want to confirm that there is finally a breakthrough. The contractor is at the tail end. Yeah. So the next issue I want to respond is about maybe to add on the issue of commodities. Yes, Waziri has brought it very clearly that the reason why we may not be having 100% commodities is because of the issue of the budget from the department. I want this Honorable House to appreciate the fact that health is a very expensive department to run. And considering that we are in a developing country, and I doubt if there is any hospital in Kenya, including private, who can stock all the trucks. So what we basically stock is what we call essential truck package, which using the surveillance data of diseases in every region, the Ministry of Health usually update essential truck package for every region, almost twice a year. So when we are procuring, we prioritize essential trucks. There are also trucks which are called non-essential trucks, which may not stock. But I want to assure you that with the increased revenues from the hospitals, we are now able to have a bigger percentage of the trucks than before. So when the revenue improves, we are able also to procure more in the facilities. Now, I will give you a good example. If somebody right now presents with leprosy, for example, a very rare disease, leprosy, you walk into Kericho Referral Hospital suffering from leprosy, you do not expect to get the drugs for leprosy in the referral hospital because it's a very rare disease. So we can never be 100% in our drugs, but we want to ensure that we have all the essential medicines. And I want to confirm to this Honorable House that we have been stocking our essential medicine in all our facilities. All the emergency medicine, all the essential medicines are well stocked in our facilities. What we are sending people to buy are what we call non-essential drugs, which are very rare to be found in most facilities across the country, not just Kericho. So we have greatly improved in our stock levels. And some also challenges when we don't find all the drugs is because of the issue of cancer. Sometimes we make orders in cancer, and then they don't have those medicines. So after the cancer gives us what we call non-supplies, then we go to another supplier. In the process of doing that, sometimes we miss drugs for a certain period of time. But I believe with the improvement in the stock levels in Gemsa, that is going to be very minimal in the near future. Otherwise, I think the issue of the bank accounts, the Facility Improvement Fund Act was passed in 2023 and signed by His Excellency the President. And we are currently implementing the F5 Act in all facilities across the country. Now, the F5 Act created ring-fenced the money in the facility, and we are forced to open even more accounts, the expenditure accounts, to separate revenue and expenditure. Before the money moves from revenue account to expenditure account, I must authorize through issuance of authority to incur expenditure, AIE. So we are monitoring as a department, but I want to assure you, not even a single cent is getting lost in that process. So facilities, yes, there is the provisions of the PFM Act, which sometimes is not in harmony with the F5 Act. But the F5 Act that was passed had a clause, I can't remember the section, that is very clear that if there is any other act of parliament or county assembly that is against the F5 Act, the F5 Act carries the day, is more superior. So F5 FIF Act is a very powerful act, and that's the one you are following. If it is, sometimes there is some provisions that are not in line with PFM Act, but the section is very clear that the FIF Act is more superior. So I want to assure you that in Kericho County, we are now implementing the FIF Act to the latter. And we have seen it has translated to very huge revenue increase, so that I want to assure you this year, we have not achieved our revenue target, but we have surpassed the revenue target for this financial year as a department. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. We are now coming to a conclusion, and what I want to tell the Department of Health is, I want to say congratulations, because your work is visible even from the posture. I can now see how people perform from the look and how they behave. But I don't want to praise you a lot, because I fear we don't want to lose such kind of trend. If you continue like this, then it means our county is going to be better. In fact, I wanted to ask you a question on what will you do to avoid pending bills, but I think we have the answer here. What we need to do now is make this department to shine, and again, there are minor issues maybe that have been captured by members, ranging from whatever in the dispensaries to drugs and all those. Today we will focus more on pending bills. Maybe before we retreat to go and write a report, we will require the documents that we requested. We also want to see the recurrent. You see, we are interested more as leaders on development, because that is where our interest is. But now we also want to look at recurrent. I didn't see here you mentioned about retention, because sometimes also retention sometimes becomes a pending bill. There is the issue of balancing of development. That one is very important. I know with the resources available, try as much as possible to actually do something in every ward, because we have 30 wards in the county, and we fight for fairness and equity, so that every county and every member or every resident of this county will feel that the services is reaching them. Again, we are happy about the FIF, because you have surpassed. That is what I can say. Congratulations to you. I also believe that if you register more people on SHA, then the revenue also will go up and up. There is the issue of the staff, which members have captured, that maybe there is the new recruitment. Maybe to me personally, I still feel that we are deficit, though we are happy because we are given the few slot. But when I map it to my dispensaries at the rural areas, it is not still it is not enough. We still need more staff. Maybe we also need to plan ahead, so that those dispensaries that might not be, because if you get maybe somebody for lab, you didn't get a nurse, maybe a CEO. We need full for a dispensary to run. Maybe we need 3 or 4 people, so that that dispensary is full. A patient will go to the lab, they'll have somebody to attend them, they'll have a CEO, so that that dispensary will be fully operational. I believe you will be able to submit all those documents by close of day tomorrow, so that we can be able to compile all the data.
Chairman.
Yes, Honorable.
Something on that shy. It happens I met some people in the morning. Are there new rules on SHA? Because they are saying that paying for a whole year. I don't know what happened, because the people who are now complaining are the common Mwananchi, who are not even, just tell us what is happening with the SHA for us to have a good information to give them.
Okay, finally, before, so that you can conclude, we don't want to take a lot of time. There is the issue of SHA. I also want to mention, kindly, the issue of kindly stick to public participation, because sometimes people raise issues on the ground. There is the CIDP, the ADP, and all those documents that are required so that we can be able to fulfill the processes of doing projects. Maybe we can capture a bit on donor projects, if there are some, that maybe can come to the county to assist us. And there was also something that that happened some times back, called zip line, which I think it was delivering drugs. It is very important to capture, because I think someone has asked about that. So kindly respond. We will want to close because time is running.
Thank you, honorable members, and I would like to respond to some of the queries you've raised. On recurrent bills, I undertake with my department to be able to provide by tomorrow, as had been agreed. On retention, this is done upon payments, whenever payments are done, and the retention monies are usually domiciled under finance. So I think the monies are safe, and the contractors, upon meeting the requirements of the law, shall be paid accordingly. We, on development versus recurrent, we strictly adhere to the budget, and we follow the 70% to 30% rule as required. On staff deficits, thank you for your concerns, and I agree, properly constituted facility will require a clinician who sees the clients, either a clinic officer or a nurse, would require someone in the lab, and would require someone to dispense the drugs. So actually 3 to 4 is a good number per facility. The challenge is the numbers we have. We are trying to balance. That's such that at times you find our facility only having a nurse who now does all the 4 roles of a clinician, pharmaceutical technologist, as a lab person, and but the proposal to upgrade facilities is the way to go, so that when you go to that particular facility, you get a full package of service at the lowest level possible. On CIDP, we actually strictly adhere to what was proposed, because public participation was undertaken. CIDP is a document that guides our operations for the 5 years, and we draw the ADPs annually from the CIDP. In exceptional circumstances is when we would wish to initiate new projects, of course, as always, in consultation with this house. For the donor projects, at the moment, we only have Danida.
Waziri,
yes.
Just because we will not take much time, permit me through the chair. I don't know, when you are doing these capital projects, I want to give you a very good, classical example where the governor opted to upgrade Kunyak dispensary and Cheborge. I once walked in when Dr. Cheriot was there. Do you know, we will then use the Committee on Health to bring here numbers. We have facilities which are overcrowded. A facility that sees up to 28,000 people per year. I don't know how Cheborge is performing, because Cheborge and Kapkatet, the proximity is just not far. I don't know Kunyak, how it's doing. But then, because you are the principal advisor to the governor, matters health, I want you to guide him next time, so that when he picks a facility to upgrade, what should be talking is numbers. Because you can have a dispensary which are doing deliveries up to 20 per month. And you have a dispensary which has never, like I have a health center. The only health center in my ward is Kiptere. But go to Kiptere and see how much they are doing deliveries. It can be 5 or 8 in a month. Then you have a dispensary like Cheptuyet. While before the regulations of SHA, they were doing up to 30 deliveries or 40 in a month. So, but then that facility, the only thing that Cheruiyot has given me is a lab now, but it was my allocation initially. to do the staff quarters and even to do anything else. So my request is, Waziri, you advise the governor properly, because governor can be motivated. He can go to Tebesoni and pick a very small dispensary and says he's upgrading it. And then lastly, now that we have revenues coming up, we have personnel in this county working in our various health facilities, those who depend on FIF. You can have somebody who's worked for 20 years earning 4,000 per month. Now that we have this, I want you to regularize, because they're also suffering. Have them get even a decent pay out of that, because dispensaries are now funded by Primary Healthcare Fund.
Thank you. Kindly respond, and then we close. In fact, I will give you a chance to respond, make your final remarks, then we end.
Thank you, Chair and honorable members. I would like to say that, to thank Mheshimiwa for that comment. We are well guided, and we shall communicate the same to His Excellency the Governor. On the donor projects, we talked about Danida is the main one, but we also have Safaricom M-Pesa Foundation that has assisted us to do the Sociot Health Center, Mother and Child Health Complex. We also have Brighter Communities worldwide doing that has actually completed constructing a trauma center in Londiani. We also have other donors who have actually helped us in doing capacity building in terms of CHPs, as well as the nurses and other medical staff, to ensure that training is up to date. Okay. So I think those were the issues that were raised by Mheshimiwa, and there is only one part on zipline technology. I would wish the CEO to respond, and then I conclude.
Thank you very much, through the Chair, Waziri. Now about the zipline. Zipline is a company domiciled in Ghana, which is handling delivery of emergency commodities using drones. The drones can carry up to 10 kilos of commodities. We entered into an MOU with Zipline last year, and His Excellency the Governor was able to launch in Sigawet Sub-County Hospital. The MOU was to give us services, and I want to assure you, this honorable house, that the technology has saved many lives. Recently, we used it to deliver blood to Kapkatet, and it takes less than 20 minutes from where they are stationed in Chemelil. They are able to deliver within minutes to any place, any dispensary, any health center, any hospital. And mostly we use it we have used it, recently we used it to deliver anti-snake venom in Sigawet, so in area. Somebody was bitten by a snake, and Zipline were able to deliver within 15 minutes the anti-snake venom. So it is a very good technology, and the MOU we entered was they are giving us their services free of charge. We have never paid any cent as a county. They were doing the testing. Currently they are providing services to Kisumu County and Kericho County only. So many counties have inquired from us, and they are interested in having their services. But I want to assure at this honorable house that their services have saved many lives in Kericho County. Thank you.
Thank you. Final remarks.
Thank you. There was the question on social health authority. I would like to say that SHA has actually helped us quite a bit here in Kericho. There was a proposal, I think on Madaraka Day, His Excellency the President had noted, together with the Ministry of Health, had noted that there were challenges in making payments to social health authority, because once someone registers, they are expected to undergo means testing, And after means testing, a certain figure is arrived at on the ability of the client to pay. So for that figure, if, for example, we make it 500, for example, then you are expected to start making payments. So in a year, it's about 6,000. But you realize that not everyone can afford this amount at once. So that is why on Madaraka Day, His Excellency the President, in partnership, allowed SHA to partner with other agencies, banking institutions, microfinance institutions, to be able to avail some funds to anyone who wishes to be assisted to make these payments, such that what we call Lipa Pole Pole was introduced under SHA, such that you are able to make payments as on a regular basis. So if you have 100 shillings, you make payment for 100 shillings until you are able to meet your monthly targets. But this figure is actually supposed to be the loan that they advance to you, either through Fuliza or through any other means, attracts an interest at varying rates. I think mostly it's one digit, 8%, 9%. So that is what I understand. It is, you can easily get this information from the SHA portal, so that you are able to get the details. We will continue to engage with the local branch of SHA, so that as we get more information, we will be able to share accordingly. I think with that, I would wish to take this opportunity to thank this ad hoc committee for the time we've interacted, and to confirm to you that we will always be available for consultation, and we will do whatever it takes to ensure that health services are provided to the residents of this county at the highest level possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, members, for sitting patiently and also for asking questions on behalf of the people. Thank you, Secretariat, for the time you take also to assist the team. Thank you, the team from the executive, that is the Department of Health specifically, for appearing before us. We are sorry, you were supposed to appear here at around 10:30, but we had a slight interjection with another meeting for the budget. Kindly submit the documents that may be requested by tomorrow, and if there is any other follow-up question, we'll still contact you for assistance. Otherwise, we really appreciate, keep up the good work, and have a blessed day. You will have lunch, and kindly we invite your team to take lunch with us. Finally, maybe as a chair, I want to conclude that in my area, there is a call for, I don't want you to comment, National Referral Hospital. If there is any visibility or anything that you can assist, kindly push it to that area. Thank you.